If you want to learn English step by step, start with belief. I can learn. I will learn. I deserve to learn. Let me share a small story with you. I met a young boy from a small village in Sindh. He used to walk 3 kilometers every day just to find a place where he could get a stable mobile signal to listen to English audios. His slippers were torn, his clothes were simple, but his dreams were powerful. He told me, Abaji, I know my English is weak, but my willpower is strong. And believe me, today he speaks English better than many students from big cities. Why? Because his steps were small but consistent. This is what I mean when I say step by step. Not giant leaps, just small movements forward. Every single day. I met another girl from India in a small town near Lucknow. She told me that whenever she spoke English in front of people, they laughed at her accent. And one day she cried and said, "Maybe English is not for me." I held her hand and said, "How your accent is not a weakness, it is a reflection of your roots. Speak proudly." She practiced every day, even when people mocked her. Today she teaches English online. The same accent people laughed at is now the identity that makes her students feel comfortable. Your accent is your signature. Never hide it. From Bangladesh, I met a rickshaw driver who watched English motivational videos while riding his rickshaw. People often asked him, "Why are you wasting time?" He smiled and said, "One day it won't be a waste." And now, he works at an international transport company in Dhaka, communicating with people across the world. What changed his life? Not perfect English, but consistent English. Not a degree, but dedication. A woman in Nepal shared that she wanted to learn English to help her children with their studies. She used to practice sentences while cooking, while cleaning, while feeding her children. She said, "I had no time, so I turned every small moment into learning." Today, she helps other women in her village learn English. This is the power of turning intentions into action. When you want something deeply, your circumstances stop controlling you. Your discipline starts guiding you. And in Sri Lanka, a young man working in a small hotel told me he practiced English by talking to tourists, even when he felt nervous. He said, "Sometimes I forgot words. Sometimes they didn't understand me, but I never stopped trying." Today he manages that same hotel. Do you see the pattern? No one was fluent at the beginning. No one was confident at the beginning. But they all took small steps every day. Learning English is not about being the best in the world. It is about being better than you were yesterday. Stop comparing your journey with others. Some people learn fast, some learn slow. Some speak confidently, some hesitate. But everyone moves forward at their own pace. Your job is not to run faster than others. Your job is to keep moving forward. Even if your steps are small, they are still steps. There will be days when you feel tired, days when your mind feels heavy, days when you feel stuck, days when you feel like giving up. But I want you to remember something: progress is not always loud. Sometimes progress is silent. Sometimes progress is invisible. Sometimes progress is happening inside you long before it becomes visible outside. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Trust the journey. When you feel unmotivated, remind yourself why you started. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to speak confidently in interviews. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to teach your children. Maybe you want to feel respected. Maybe you want to prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving something big. Your why will always pull you forward when your how feels difficult. And please, do not wait for perfect conditions. Many people tell themselves, I will start when exams are over, when I have more time, when I buy a new phone, when life becomes easier. But let me tell you something honestly, life will never be perfect. Conditions will never be perfect. You must start now, with whatever you have, wherever you are, however you can. Every day, take one small step. Listen, read, speak, write, repeat. That's it. This is the formula. This is the path. This is the guarantee that improvement will happen. Not suddenly, not magically, but surely. Slow progress is still progress. A single step every day becomes 365 steps in a year. And those 365 steps transform a person's life. You are writing a new story for yourself in 2026. A story of courage, of growth, of transformation. And when this year ends, you will look back and say, I didn't just learn English. I learned patience. I learned consistency. I learned self-belief. I learned resilience. Because learning English is not just about learning a language. It is about discovering your strength. Let this year be the year you rise. Let it be the year you speak without fear. Let it be the year you walk into rooms with confidence. Let it be the year opportunities find you ready. Let it be the year you look at yourself and feel proud. You are capable of doing extraordinary things, one step at a time. So keep going, my friend. Do not stop. Do not doubt yourself. Do not underestimate your ability. Your journey is beautiful. Your efforts matter. Your dream is valid. And your steps, no matter how small, are leading you toward a brighter future. Learn English step by step. And let 2026 be the year you transform not just your language, but your entire life. You do not need to speak perfect English on day one. You only need to show up. Sometimes the first step is the hardest. The fear of being laughed at. The fear of making mistakes. The fear of pronouncing something wrong. But let me ask you, what if the mistake you are scared of is the mistake that teaches you the most? What if the moment you avoid is the moment that could change everything for you? You must allow yourself to be a learner. Every master was once a beginner who refused to quit. Learning English step by step begins with listening. Listen to English for 10 minutes every day. Not because you want to sound like someone else, but because you want to understand the rhythm of the language. Listen to stories, interviews, small motivational messages, even children's cartoons. When you listen daily, your brain starts absorbing patterns the way a child absorbs a mother's voice. You don't need to sit with a notebook. Just let the sound enter your mind naturally. The second step is reading. Do not start with heavy novels. Start with simple lines. Start with short quotes. Start with children's stories. Remember, Reading easy English builds confidence, and confidence builds fluency. If you open a difficult book on day one, your mind will reject the language. But if you open something simple, your mind will accept it like an old friend. This is how the journey starts, not with pressure, but with kindness toward yourself. The third step is speaking. And I know this is where most people fear they will fail. But let me tell you, you are not failing when you make mistakes. You are failing when you stay silent. Speak English for just 5 minutes a day. Talk to yourself. Describe what you see. Tell the story of your day. Speak in the mirror. Record your voice. The world does not need to hear you at the beginning. You need to hear you. You need to hear your own progress. Every sentence you speak strengthens your courage. Every word you say removes one layer of fear. The next step is writing. Write small sentences daily. Write your feelings. Write your struggles. Write your dreams. Writing organizes your thoughts, and organized thoughts become confident speech. Sometimes writing becomes the bridge between what you understand and what you want to say. So write without worrying about grammar. Grammar will improve naturally with time, but courage needs daily nourishment. The step after writing is consistency. This is the secret that schools never teach. Languages are never learned in one day, but they are always learned in daily drops. Just like water shapes stone, your daily practice will shape your English. 10 minutes of practice every day is more powerful than 2 hours of practice once a week. In Pakistan, in India, in Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka, in Nepal, everyone who became fluent had one thing in common: consistency, not perfection. You must understand one thing: your environment does not determine your fluency. Your intention does. Many of you come from rural areas, government schools, Urdu medium or Hindi medium backgrounds, madrasas, small towns, or families where no one speaks English. And sometimes you think that because of your background, you cannot become fluent. But let me tell you a beautiful truth. Your background is your strength. You know how to struggle. You know how to rise after falling. You know how to learn without resources. You know how to survive without comfort.